Closing the final chapter of Diablo 4's main story will be a monumental moment, but it will certainly not signify the end of your hero's journey. We want players to see the endgame of Diablo 4 as a new beginning filled with quite a few decisions ahead on what to experience next. First, you might try to take on Nightmare Dungeons. Transformed and teeming with enhanced demonic dangers and added difficulty in the form of new objectives, and added afflictions to the dungeon. Perhaps you want to branch off into another direction, say, place down roots for your future. Look no further than the Tree of Whispers, an endgame system that will provide you with frequently cycling world objectives and bounties that reward you with legendary gear, experience, crafting materials, and more. In Sanctuary, there is unrelenting, ever-present danger waiting for you at every turn. To best whatever the burning hells may throw your way, you must grow stronger. Once you reach max level, the Paragon board will unlock, and with it, hundreds of optional paths to further customize your hero's build. We thank you for joining us around the campfire to learn more about what is coming in Diablo 4. As we march forward to our 2023 launch, additional parcels of information will manifest from the darkness. Keep an eye out for future quarterly update blogs and more. We bid thee farewell for now. What's up, guys? Iceman here. So what I just read was from the Blizzard website in regards to the quarterly update for Diablo 4's endgame offerings. What do you guys think about what I read so far? I know it is easy to quickly criticize pretty much anything that Blizzard's up to these days for good reason. And I think that the Paragon board thing kind of frightens people. But the reason why I'm actually looking forward to it, and I think it's a great thing, is because it's not like the Diablo 3 Paragon, where every time you level up in your Paragon, you just have 5 stat points to put somewhere. It's just such a slow enhancing of your character. Whereas the Paragon tree, to how I understand it, is going to have all sorts of variety when it comes to customization of your character. So it looks like it's going to be just like Path of Exile's tree, basically, which in my opinion is quite overwhelming, but I think I could learn to embrace it in the world of Diablo. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, the fact that I find it overwhelming. I just really never gave it time in Path of Exile. So it is almost kind of like the race to 99 in Diablo 2, because personally I've only ever gotten to maybe level 93 or so. And even though it's a long grind, it was always really cool once you made the next step, like to 94 or to 95. Whereas those next steps, I think, similarly are going to be found in the Paragon board. Only you're not just going to have a style points level to your character and 5 stat points added, but you're going to have potentially build-altering things ahead of you. So I feel like this is really going to be incentive to just keep building your character forward and keep striving forward, to just work hard and bust your ass, basically. One thing I really didn't like about Diablo 3 was how the rift system worked and how it basically had a kind of limitless ceiling to it, where you just test your character to their max and then that was that. Whereas in Diablo 2, there was always a benchmark to reach, which was like maybe just player 1 bell runs or something like that, or player 8 bell runs for that matter, and seeing just how well your character could clear it and how fast it could clear it. And I hope that Diablo 4 maintains this, because what I find intriguing about that is you can then find the most difficult part of the game and you can build your character around that, where then you can make them godly AF basically and start making minor tweaks here and there to your liking, and continually experiment how the clear speed works with X piece of gear, or X skill, or X skills that you've invested in, and so forth, compared to other skills and other gears and other builds and all that. So I think that it really needs to have that benchmark, you know what I'm saying? And not just some infinite difficulty, because the problem with the infinite difficulty is it really forces you then into just a few different builds that are basically the most durable and the most DPS outputting, and there's all sorts of factors that you miss out then when it comes to build diversity and things like that. And nonetheless, you do feel really godly, say, in Players 8 Diablo 2, when you can face roll the Trav or face roll the Cast Sanctuary and things like that. So I do like having that benchmark system, you know what I'm saying? And I think that might be what we have in Diablo 4 so far, but I don't really know. But nonetheless, the Paragon board, I mean, that's basically the reason why I like it so much, because these aren't just going to be 5 stat points every time you level. It's going to potentially be build offering things. So you'll have those moments of great excitement when you look at your build and you consider, when I get maybe 10 more Paragon levels, I can then unlock this skill in the Paragon that has a chance of, say, causing enemies to take a lot more damage when shocked by lightning or something like that. And then I could work on that lightning character that's built around X, Y, and Z pieces of gear and things of that sort. But I don't know, man. I think this game, I think it might be kind of toad, to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm looking forward to this big time. So, but what do you guys think? I mean, I know it's probably important to take all this stuff with a grain of salt, but I'm really just trying to look on the bright side, and really everything that I've seen so far seems great, outside of just how the game kind of does look like Diablo 3 a little bit. But then again, I think it could be argued it also kind of looks like Path of Exile, which I suppose shouldn't really be a bad thing. But I'm going to explore some more of this stuff that they're talking about, so stay tuned for future videos on that, and I'll be talking to you all later. Peace be with you.